Blockchain Mastery University. So in this week, I'm going to show you how to code a real-world dapp wallet, all right? Just like the one we covered last week in the Yield Farming Masterclass. So we got a great masterclass. Of course, you can find the replay of this in the video vault. You can see access to the Yield Farming Masterclass replay here, as well as all the other masterclasses that you have access to being a part of this program. And of course, we have a bunch of super exciting masterclasses coming up soon. So make sure you keep an eye out for the next one I'm going to announce very soon, all right? So we had a great masterclass. Thanks to everybody who showed up. I showed you how to create this real-world yield farming app called Juicy Swap, inspired by the popular Sushi Swap projects. This is a really popular way of releasing your own token in 2020, like an ICO through yield farming and DeFi. Okay, so definitely go check out this masterclass if you haven't already. Like I said, it's in the video vault. So this is a really nice professional level DeFi application, blockchain-based application, dapp, whatever you want to call it. And one really prominent feature of these professional level applications is they have a special wallet connect button. So you see right here, this unlock wallet button. If I click this, it wants me to connect my application to the blockchain, and it gives me the option to connect MetaMask or Wallet Connect. All right, I can click on MetaMask, and it will automatically connect, and then you see the application, sort of boot up and come to life. Right. And if I haven't used it before, then the application is basically locked and it's dormant until I unlock my wallet and actually connect it. Okay. So this is a really common thing on professional blockchain applications. That's one of the reasons I want to show it to you today in this tutorial. So I'm going to show you how to code this into your own application. Okay. So let me just briefly talk about the concept here. So basically, whenever you're coding out a blockchain-based application, you are a user of the network, not necessarily the application itself. So when you go to a website like Facebook, for example, right? You go to Facebook. You visit that with your web browser, right? And you talk to a server. You access it, all right? And then your username and password is basically stored on this server, okay? And so the login user experience looks like you go to a website where you enter in your username and password, and the server authenticates you and says, yes, you are who you say you are, and it returns, your logged in view of Facebook. So for blockchain-based applications, it's different. You are a user of the network, not the application itself. So like, user blockchain. So basically, whenever you go use a blockchain-based application, the blockchain always knows who you are. And so when you go look at, different application, then, all your data is consistent across apps, no matter what application you're using, because it's a public ledger, right? So in order to use a blockchain-based application, of course, you need an Ethereum wallet like MetaMask installed. This turns your web browser into a blockchain browser. It gives you a blockchain wallet. And this basically is how you manage all your user data. Okay, so this is my user address for this particular account. It's like my username on the blockchain, and the private key is like the password. And so all the data for every single blockchain-based application on Ethereum is stored on Ethereum. And your Ethereum wallet like this is sort of like your passport to using all blockchain-based applications. You can think about it that way. So the login experience for professional-grade blockchain applications looks a lot like this. If you want to go log in, essentially, then you have to connect your wallet to the app. That's how it works. So instead of being like Facebook, where they store the password on the server, they basically say, you want to come use our application? Well, you need to have a wallet, and then you need to unlock your wallet so that we have access to your information, not necessarily your secrets, but they want to know what your username is, basically, and then find out who you are on the blockchain, and then you can start using the application. So that looks like this. So you go here and click unlock wallet, and they give you a few different options. The most popular option is MetaMask, but there's also Wallet Connect and a lot of others. So what it looks like is typically people would connect MetaMask, they click connect, and then boom, the application sort of goes into the logged in state where they say, you can see my wallet here. And I can see my account balance, they view my account Etherscan, and also sign out. So this is not what I would have seen before logged in, but now that I've logged in, it shows everything. Right? And this is a really common workflow across multiple blockchain applications, and one I want to teach you today on how to create this in your own apps. Okay? So I have created an implementation that you can copy, and I'm going to go through it today in this tutorial. It looks like this. So actually, that's the logged in version. It looks like a logged out version. A very simple version where I've taken all that code and put it into a starter project for you to use and customize. Where basically we have a dapp wallet, and you can connect with multiple varieties. So you have your connect button here. It brings up a modal and asks you want to connect with MetaMask or Wallet Connect. So I'm going to choose MetaMask, and boom, there you go. It sort of logs me in. It shows my account here. So this is the account I'm connected to on the Ethereum network. It'll show up on Etherscan. Okay, and then also let's see here. It'll also allow me to perform a Web3 action, so I can send one way to myself. Basically, it's just a hard-coded action here to prove that the code works, that you can sign transactions. Because whenever you go log into this application, it's non-custodial. You control full access over your private keys. They never you never give your private key to the application. It stays in your wallet. So anytime you want to do something like send cryptocurrency around, then you still have to sign the transaction from your wallet. So you still have full control over the activity that you do on this app. So confirm. So when I send money to myself, that's basically what this button does. It's just a test to make sure that the app works properly. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna go over how to set this up, and I'll give you a tour of the codes to show you how it works. First, I'll just demo it. So you just saw it. So I connected. I chose the wallet. We're gonna talk about the MetaMask implementation today. Next week we'll talk about Wallet Connect, because I want to do a separate video on Wallet Connect altogether and how it works, because it's becoming a really popular way of talking to dapps. And so Wallet Connect's a big deal. I'll talk about that next week. But we'll focus on the MetaMask implementation today. So go ahead and find the code solution down in the description below, and I will I'll show you how to set that up. So open that zip file. First thing you want to do, of course, is install your project dependencies. So you'll say npm install. All right. And wait for that to finish. I've already done that, so I'm not going to do it right now. The next thing you want to do is do npm run start. Okay, to start your development server. Okay, and that's already opened this window here that I have, so it's going to refresh. All right. And of course, the next thing that you need is a MetaMask Ethereum wallet. So if you're at this point in the program, you've probably already installed MetaMask, but if you haven't already, then you can just go to google.com and search for MetaMask Google Chrome extension. Okay, and you can install it, and it takes like 2 seconds. It'll automatically generate an account for you. All right, so just make sure you install that. Use Google Chrome. Visit this in your browser. And the next thing you need is some, I would connect to the Rinkeby test network, so choose Rinkeby test network, your MetaMask. And then finally, you want some Ethereum cryptocurrency, test Ethereum cryptocurrency to use this. So you can do the Rinkeby faucet. I'll put a link to this down in the description below. You can basically just request some cryptocurrency to test this out. All right. So you just walk through the setup steps. I've done several videos on this, but a quick high level is you just tweet out your Ethereum address, and then you request Ether. All right. And then you put your tweet URL in here, and they'll give you some test Ether. And so that's what I have here. Okay. So anyways, we'll go back to this project. Make sure your web server started, and you can watch it. You can connect. Click MetaMask, and then boom, there you go. So you can see that it's using the Web3 modal. It's got MetaMask installed. Here's your account balance, and it shows you that you're connected to the Rinkeby test network, and you can send some Ether to yourself. Okay. So the next thing you want to do is go ahead and open this code up on your terminal. or in your text editor, I should say. It's supple. I'm going to open mine in Sublime Text. You can use whatever text editor you'd like. All right, so I'm going to pull this down here. So I'm going to go through the code. So this is based on the dapp University Starter Kit. So we've taken all the code and put it inside this project in a really readable way so you can understand how it works. The main thing I want to show you, though, is a lot of the heavy lifting is done by this library called Web3 Modal. All right. So this is a NPM package. It's a JavaScript library that will help you implement this modal here that you saw whenever we connected it. So very similar to this type of situation where you click on my wallet and it unlocks your MetaMask. Okay. So a lot of the heavy lifting is done from this Web3 Modal library. You can see the example here. You can see web3modal.com is a good preview of this. All right. Okay, so here's all the different wallets that it could potentially support. So MetaMask and Wallet Connect, those two that we'll focus on. Again, we'll do Wallet Connect next week. But also Taurus, Fortmatic, Authereum, and Bitsky. Because there are a lot of different protocols that are implementing one-click logins, and a lot of them are getting traction, and it's really nice to have support for multiple. So if you want to implement these as an exercise, then you can definitely do that. And you can see the documentation for all that here. Okay, but now I want to go through the code and show you all this. All right. So let's open it up in Sublime Text. And again, this is the starter kit. So in the source directory, go source components, and you can see this main app.js file here. All right. So this is the main. So this is a React application where we build all this stuff, and the main places to look at are the component wheel mount. So this is the function that gets called whenever the React component's going to load, and we say this.init. All right, this is the main function that sets up the wallet. So for Web3, Wallet Connect, MetaMask, and then MetaMask. Okay. So this is basically one big function that does a lot of heavy lifting, and then we have this extra function that handles these different events. So basically, like whenever you whenever you basically connect your wallet and things like that. So we'll go through this here. You can basically the first thing is here's the basics. We import the Web3 Modal library from the top like this, okay? And we assign it to a variable, but we create a new version of the Web3 Modal like this, just like it tells us in our documentation. Here you go. So Web3 Modal. So we say new Web3 Modal. You can tell the network and some other configuration, okay? That's exactly what we do here. So we actually detect the network other ways, okay? But here's our basic configuration, right? We save this to state instead of React, okay? So now what we do is set this only for MetaMask, all right? We're gonna set this up later for what's it called, Wallet Connect, but we've modified this for MetaMask. So if you look at any other dapp University tutorial that I've done, let me show you an example. Source. This will look familiar. See here, components, app.js. You'll notice this looks really familiar. So basically, here's the standard Web3.js connection. It checks for like window.ethereum. And if that exists, then we assign it here. And if not, then window.web3, and we assign it here. And if not, then we do this. So this is a very similar pattern. You can see like, if it's equal to Ethereum, if that's undefined, then we basically check for this. Okay, then we get a Web3 connection. And then whenever we do that, we save it for Wallet Connect. Okay? And then there's some other important things. So a lot of these professional dapps, what they'll do is they'll actually look for like accounts changing. So like let's say you changed accounts and you wanted to connect to this one, for example, then boom, you can see the page automatically refreshed, okay? And the updated balance was listed here, and you can see this, change accounts. Let's just see here, let's click next. Boom, right? It changes automatically. You don't have to refresh the page. You get a lot of that nice refresh behavior. Boom, boom, okay? So that's a lot that's done here. So you can see this window.ethereum on accounts changed, okay? So then what it does is check for the accounts, and if they exist, then it updates the accounts here, and if not, then it resets them basically. So next is changing networks. So let's say you wanted to connect to the mainnet, and you can go here, right? And then boom, you can see the balance changed. Okay, you see the network changed, mainnet, balance changed. And then I go back to the test network, so it could be. Boom, network changes and also the balance changes. So a lot of that's a function of this library. It's really nice, so you don't have to wait, you don't have to refresh the page and all that kind of stuff. It happens automatically. And this is the professional type of behavior that you want in a production blockchain application. So this is critical, right? So when the accounts change, you don't have to refresh the page. When you change the network, then you don't have to do that either. So next what we do is handle the connect button. Okay, so that's all here. So let's see here, connect. All right, you can see this provider on connect, all right, on disconnect. All right, you see some of those instructions here. All right, so we've implemented these into the application. You can see the async on function here. And so whenever you have an event, it checks for the event type, right? So you can see those on accounts changed, on chain changed. Here's the extra code that implements all that stuff, okay? And then you'll see here's the accounts change, okay? So there's two parts. Here's the window on accounts changed and on chain changed, okay? So part of this configuration is for Wallet Connect, and some of it's also for MetaMask, okay? So we're gonna go over Wallet Connect more in depth next week, but we're just gonna cover MetaMask today. So similar type of thing, we have an off event, so async on, right? When you click the connect button on the modal, and then the code for handling off when you basically disconnect from your wallet or log out, okay? So this is about QR. This is also for Wallet Connect. So we're not gonna cover those in depth this week. We're gonna cover Wallet Connect next week. But next we have the code for sending cryptocurrency, all right? So this is basically just the code. Whenever we click send one way to ourselves, then we just sign the transaction with MetaMask, all right? Click confirm. It'll automatically do the transaction in the background. Okay, so you can see that basically just does Ethereum send transaction from the state account to the state account, just sending to yourself, and you're just sending one way. All right, so there's an error, it'll do that. All right. So the cool thing is we can also do this on Wallet Connect on our phone, so we'll do this next week. But yeah, that's the high-level overview. So you can see here in main as well. Here are the different sections of that as well. All right, so you can browse this and get a good idea. I'm not going to go over all this today. A lot of this is just lifted from their documentation and their tutorial examples, and just adapted it for the project here. Okay. So that is an overview of this real-world dapp wallet that we've created. Again, if you want to build your own professional level blockchain-based applications, this is definitely something that you want to check out. This is definitely a skill that you want to know. If you want to build your own project, or you want to get a job where you're doing a user interface that's going to have a lot of users actually using it, this is definitely something you want to check out and have in your tool belt. Okay, so that's the basics for this week. We've covered how to connect MetaMask. You can lift this code solution, put it into your own applications with Web3 Modal. All right, and so next week we're going to go over Wallet Connect, which is a big piece of tech that other people integrating their applications, provide support. Of course, we saw the Yield Farming Masterclass here. All right, and we're going to go over how to connect that next week.